Hello from Grace Lutheran Church. I'm Pastor Woods, and this is Pastor Kishnik, and we're here for the weekly update here at Grace Lutheran Church.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. Another week has gone by. Now we're 8 weeks into this and eager for things to change. But the good news is they are about to. And as we get started this morning, we just want to announce some of those changes that are coming and get you up to date. Well, the good news is we're talking about getting back to in-house services again on May 17th. Now, we had originally planned that it was going to be an Easter service blowout, but it became clear to us after starting this planning again that was not going to happen. So we'll probably still have to postpone the Easter idea until later this summer now. But we are planning to open up on the 17th for a regular in-house worship. We will be following the CDC protocols, 6 feet apart. Things will be marked out in the sanctuary, and we'll ask you, of course, if you are coming, to encourage you, first of all, to wear masks and to follow some of those guidelines and to respect some of the distancing protocols there. And when it comes to if you're feeling ill, if you're sneezing, wheezing, or otherwise, please stay home. Stay home. It's not, just give it a little more time. I know you're ready too, but.
Pastor Woods is past 50 now, so he's very vulnerable. So, for his protection.
Says the man who's a senior at 66. So, anyway, there's a reason we call him senior pastor. You remember that, right? Okay.
Yes.
Right. Well, the long and the short of it is that we're going to have the services for the rest of this month. We are hoping at each service we are also going to serve communion, and that communion will be done with individual cups. Wafers will be handed to you. We will not put it in anybody's mouth.
Continuous line, spaced out. There'll be X's actually on the floor and tape, so you're social distancing.
Yeah. So the bottom line is we're going to be taking all the necessary steps to ensure this is a safe start, and to do our best to respect that. We'll have sanitizer. There won't be Bible classes either, by the way, just church services for the rest of May. And we hope that sometime in June things will change for Bible classes and Saturday night services. We hope to do Saturday night services starting in June. But for this coming 17th, those are some of the things you should expect. Did I forget anything on that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
The reason we're not going to do the Easter celebration, we talked with the elders on Tuesday night, and we were all in agreement that we didn't want you to miss the Easter celebration, and we didn't want you to come if you're one of those that's vulnerable because you didn't want to miss Easter. So we'll do Easter. We'll announce that well in advance, sometime in June when things hopefully are a lot safer yet. And so we'll just, every Sunday is a little Easter anyway. So you'll hear about Easter, but it's not going to be our major celebration and so on. Also want to tell you that the online service is 8 and 10:30. That's going to be a permanent thing now. So if you don't feel safe in coming yet, if you're one of those that's got vulnerabilities, then please stay home, worship with us online. That's going to be available into perpetuity now, as far as we can see. We've got permanent cameras and everything going to be installed, and so we're going to just do that all the time. So,
well, if you're of a certain age, or if you're of a certain mindset that would limit your exposure to crowds, certainly we respect that.
Stay home for a few more weeks.
Yeah,
we're going to
stay there. Yeah.
As I've been saying, it's sort of like getting into a hot bath. We're going in 1 foot at a time and testing the waters, and we want to keep everybody safe. And so, by all means, but if you don't have underlying conditions and you're not past that 65 crowd, then by all means, just come and see what's there. So, all right. As far as confirmation things, on the 24th, we'll be having confessional Sunday. The kids will be in there, and there'll be 5 in early service, 5 in late, and they'll come and actually read their statements and answer some questions. It'll be a little different because we're going to keep them with their families when they come in, and not going to have them sit down in the hot seat. First time in 29 years they haven't had to sit in the hot seat. Going to have them answer their questions right from the pulpit, and then we'll wipe down the pulpit in between each one. But so that'll be happening. Of course, that'll be on the online service as well, so you'll see them there. 31st will be confirmation day in the late service, and that'll be a little different too. There'll be some things we haven't done before, and it's all because of COVID-19. So, but we want to keep everybody safe, and so we'll be doing those things. Letters have come out, should have come into the homes of all of the 8th graders, and a letter also to their parents, sort of detailing all those things. We're not going to be able to have our confirmands retreat this year. It's just a little too early to be that close together. So instead, we're going to do a Zoom meeting on Friday, the 15th? Yeah. And so want both the confirmand and their parents to be available for that at 7 o'clock on Zoom. And we'll share some things and do some of the things that we would have done at the retreat. Won't be the same, but it'll be better than a stick in the eye. So, Pastor, you got some other things?
Yeah, we have been deliberating on other things, as you may have guessed as well. And because of the, I'd say the variables and the volatility of where we are right now, given the conditions we're in, we're not going to have a VBS this year. We just don't see how we can go forward with that, even at the end of June when we normally have it. Now would be the time when we're preparing, putting things together. Those things are just not happening because our energy and time is being put into some of the online efforts, the setting up and getting ready for worship services. There are just a lot of other things that are demanding and needing our attention this year that will not allow that. So we will not be having a vacation Bible school in 2020.
Yeah, and rather than do one that's poorly and haphazardly put together, we're just not going to do one at all. So it's another COVID casualty. So
I will miss seeing all the kids and all of you because of it. Believe me, I look forward to that every year. But, Pastor?
I just want to do a shout out to some of our senior citizens that I've gotten to talk to this week, but I haven't seen in a while, and just want to do a shout out to my friend Joyce Timberlake, and hope she'll be feeling better soon. Sonny Kraft, good to talk to Sonny. Pray that God continue to keep him safe there at home. Doris Mappas, want us to shout out to Doris. And I also want to send a shout out to my friend Lois Tice, who calls me every once in a while with questions, and that's good. So she's still studying her Bible, and that's what we all should be doing. So that's good. Just wanted to say hi to all of you.
Yeah, and along with that, hopefully, cross your fingers. Maybe we'll be getting back to Bible class in June as well, maybe even Thursday Saints, right?
Yeah, if things go well, we would meet. We'll probably meet in the fireside room so we can socially distance ourselves. But those are some of our most vulnerable people. They're all older than me. There's just very little doubt about that. I think there's only one in the class who's younger than me. So, and I'm still pretty young. So. We'll let you know. Just stay tuned. So we'll fill you in as we know it. So
those are some of the things that are coming up. And again, keep going to the website to look at those details. We try to keep it up to date on every single day. If anything comes up, we put those things out there. Probably as my last request or recall, I would suggest to you that you turn your phone off for one.
Oh, it's the United States calling me.
She's out again. Anyway, long story short, we are adapting and we're changing and things are updating almost daily right now. And we would just encourage you to keep tuning in and watching for those things. So in the meantime, that's all we have, I guess, for today.
Yeah, I just want to tell you we love you.
Yeah.
And God loves you too. And so we'll look forward to seeing some folks eyeball to eyeball, even if it's only this much that we get to see.
About this much, yeah. We'll come in like bandits. But anyway, the Lord be with you, and thank you for joining us again today for the weekly update. Good to see you.
God be with you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.